Hey guys, welcome back to another action figure review. We're taking a look at the Batman Who Laughs from the Mortal Kombat 11 video game. This version of the Batman Who Laughs is based on the unlockable skin in the video game. On the back of the box we have the same generic scorpion art that's on every box on this series. And on the side we have the same art zoomed in. Like most McFarlane releases, the figure is easy to remove from the packaging without having to tear anything open. But to get the stand out, you will have to cut open the plastic holding the stand in place. The Batman Who Laughs is an alternate evil version of Bruce Wayne from the Dark Multiverse. In a deadly fight with the Joker, Batman was poisoned with an uncurable strain of the Joker venom that slowly turned Bruce into a hybrid of both Batman and the Joker. This version of Batman would eventually defeat Superman, the Justice League, and even his own Bat family, and conquer the Earth and his dimension. The Batman Who Laughs would then set out to conquer all other dimensions with the help of other evil Batmen from the Dark Multiverse. This version of the Bat Who Laughs is based on the in-game skin for Noob Saibot in the Mortal Kombat 11 video game. The skin is made up of different armored parts, customized in-game to create the Batman Who Laughs look. Since the base character Noob Saibot uses the small scythe as his weapon, that is the weapon that came packaged with this action figure. Let's check out the details. We have a black hooded cloak tucked into a purple collar with a large silver spiked collar covering the eyes of the Batman. We have an extremely large mouth grinning with jagged teeth and blood covering the lips and splattered on the skin of the pasty white chin. On the back we can see how the collar around the head has small metal tips simulating the ears on the Batsuit, as well as the collar that's popped up. A layer of belt straps wrapped around the chest and shoulders of the figure. Detailed with silver buckles, each belt has its own detail sculpted with a leather texture and straps. Underneath the jacket we can see a black shirt with a large buckle at the center of the chest. 6 black leather belts from the shoulder reach all the way to the back, strapped into the black leather jacket. Small details like wrinkles, a leathery texture, and heavy stitching at the seams of the jacket can be seen all over the sculpting. The black leather jacket reaches all the way to the feet, where it splits into smaller blades of leather, similar to Batman's cape design. A rough leather texture is applied here, with the leather sculpted in waves. The skinny shoulders have more of that shine of the black leather jacket. The left arm of the figure has a chain wrapped around its wrist, with a smaller spiked collar at the end. We can see the pasty white skin of the hands here as well. The open palmed right hand only has a small spiked collar on this side. On the front of the figure, the jacket has a large pointed strands of leather reaching all the way to the knees. Under the jacket, the pants of the figure have a fine textured detail for the cloth, and sculpted in a lot of small wrinkles. The legs are covered in knee-high boots with their own layer of tiny belts strapped across the leg. Underneath are plates of armor covering the knees and ankles of the leg. We wrap up the details with the boots. Military-style combat boots are worn with a ton of detail. We can see laces, different sections, and even types of material on this impressive sculpt. And as an added surprise to the sculpting, even under the boots have a great amount of detail, with many rubberized sections of the sole of the boot. Let's take a look at the articulation. The style of the double ball jointed neck gives us some great range on the head, allowing it to look upwards or downwards. The shoulders open and rotate all around. Rotating biceps. Double jointed elbows with skinny arms that allow great range. Wrists that rotate and bend up and down. Now the chest has the standard ball joint seen in McFarlane figures, but the coat of the figure is going to restrict almost all movement here, even stopping forward crunches. We have the same deal with the waist, except we are able to rotate the body and get some slight forward bending. The coat is made of a soft plastic, but not soft enough to allow the legs to move unrestricted. While you can bend the legs forward and outward, you won't be able to move it back due to the coat. We also have almost no thigh rotation. Double jointed knees that bend backward, with the coat getting in the way here as well. Ankles that rotate and bend up and down, with a toe that bends upward. The Batman Who Laughs has an overall slim frame that makes him look smaller than the other figures in the McFarlane scale. Here I've set him up next to a few other McFarlane and Hasbro figures to get a better idea of the size of the figure. We get the sickle weapon that the character Noob Saibot uses, using the in-game Joy of Pain skin. And we get the standard McFarlane stand with the Mortal Kombat 11 logo on it. McFarlane Toys keeping the Mortal Kombat 11 line going is a great thing to see, especially when it comes to these unique one-off skins that will never be seen anywhere else. The exclusive designs to Mortal Kombat 11 are being utilized much more than the original characters in the video game, and it's at a point of contention whether you think this is a good thing or not. Personally, I'd like to see the original cast before alternates, but unique skins are a welcome addition as well. This version of the Batman Who Laughs has a more dark, gritty tone than the previously released versions, with its sculpting completely different from the other variants. Articulation wise, this figure is severely hindered by the leather coat the Batman wears. With no cuts or gaps in the clothing, almost all chest, waist, and leg articulation is blocked, rendering the figure limited in dynamic poses. The different levels of reflectiveness in the plastic help separate the details of the all-black gear as well. With some sections of leather being more shiny and the coat having a matte finish, even though the character is dressed in all black, you can still notice the finer details. The single weapon we get looks true to the in-game model as well, right down to the tiny chain details. The Mortal Kombat 11 variant of the Batman Who Laughs is a great addition to the Mortal Kombat line, and I'm glad to see the line continue to get releases. But I have a small feeling in the back of my head that more original characters should be released first. That being said, this makes a fine Batman Who Laughs figure, although with limited articulation. With an amazing new sculpt, McFarlane manages to make the variants worth buying with unique sculpting and totally new looks on the figure. Plus, this is a version that's only been seen on the Mortal Kombat 11 game, so it's a unique look on a figure that won't be seen anywhere else. Definitely worth picking up, even if you own the other versions, it's unique enough, and has a darker tone that will fit in anyone's collection. Alright guys, that's it for this review. Leave a comment letting me know how you like this figure, subscribe, or give me a like to help out the channel.